The Broadduses hired private investigators, former FBI profilers, and even a forensic linguist. The clues were bizarre and contradictory. It was supposed to be their dream home, a symbol of everything they had worked for: comfort, safety, family. In June 2014, Derek and Maria Broaddus bought a grand, 6-bedroom colonial at 657 Boulevard in Westfield, New Jersey, an old, peaceful town known for its tree-lined streets and low crime rate. It was the kind of neighborhood where people waved to each other, kids played freely, and the loudest noise you'd hear was a lawnmower on a Saturday morning. They had 3 children, young, curious, innocent. And in this house, Derek and Maria thought they'd finally found home. But there's a saying, some houses remember things. And this one seemed to remember too much. Just days after closing the sale, a letter arrived. No return address, just one line written on the front: to the new owner. Inside was a neatly typed note that began politely: "Dearest new neighbor at 657 Boulevard, allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood." But the tone shifted quickly, chillingly. "My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s. My father watched it in the 1960s. And now it's my time. Signed, The Watcher." The writer knew things no stranger should know: the Broadduses' renovation plans, the make of their cars, even the layout of the house. And then it got personal. "I see you have 3 young blood. Have they found what's in the walls yet? I am pleased to know they've already begun to call to me." The family's excitement curdled into terror. They hadn't even moved in yet, and already someone was watching them. Derek called the police that night. Officers read the letter twice. Their expressions changed from skepticism to genuine alarm. They told the couple something no homeowner wants to hear: "Don't tell your neighbors. Everyone's a suspect." As days passed, the letters kept coming, each more taunting, each more personal. 657 Boulevard is anxious for you to move in. It cries for its past and waits for its future. The letters were postmarked from a nearby town. The writing style was educated but old-fashioned. The tone swung between reverence and rage. Detectives canvassed the neighborhood and learned that the previous owners, the Woods family, had received a similar letter before selling. They dismissed it as a prank. But the letters to the Broadduses were different. They were obsessed. They were threatening. One neighbor caught Derek's attention: an older man who often watched the house from his porch. Another, a reclusive family whose children allegedly played strange games in the yard. But nothing stuck. There were no fingerprints, no DNA, no traceable pattern, only fear. The investigation went cold. The Broadduses, now too terrified to move in, began sleeping at Maria's parents' house. The dream home stood empty, while somewhere nearby, the Watcher kept writing. Who was the Watcher, and what did they want? To some, it seemed like obsession, a person fixated on a house they couldn't have. To others, something ritualistic, generational, almost spiritual. As 657 Boulevard approaches its 110th birthday, one letter said, "I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming." It was as if the house itself demanded worship, and the Watcher was its high priest. Online theories exploded. A jealous neighbor, furious about the renovations, a spurned buyer, trying to scare the family away, a real estate hoax designed to lower property value, or a psychological trap, a way to feed fear and paranoia until the house consumed its owners. But there was one theory that shook the Broadduses the most: that the letters came from someone inside their own neighborhood, maybe even someone they had waved to. And when journalists began to question whether the Broadduses themselves might have fabricated the letters to escape a bad investment, the nightmare grew crueler. Their credibility was questioned, their fear dismissed. No one believed them, except the ones who received the next letter. In 2019, after years of sleepless nights and endless fear, Derek and Maria Broaddus sold 657 Boulevard at a loss. They never moved in. And yet, even after new tenants arrived, another letter appeared. "Violent winds and cold will bring the sin of the boulevard to light. The Watcher is patient. The Watcher is still here. No fingerprints, no suspects, no closure. Today, 657 Boulevard looks calm again. Manicured lawn, tidy windows, another family trying to forget what came before them. But if you walk by at night, past the streetlights and quiet houses, you might feel it too. That strange pull, that sense that something or someone is watching. Long pause, then softly, maybe some homes are alive, and some never stop watching. You've been listening to Dark Case Diaries. If the truth unsettles you, and the unknown keeps you curious, subscribe and open the diary again, one dark case at a time.